China hits back as U.S. trade war looms. During Donald Trump's first administration, China learned that it couldn't match the much larger U.S. economy's tit for tat when it came to tariffs, and found other ways to try to inflict pain, often by borrowing from his playbook. Beijing recently launched a regulatory probe into U.S. semiconductor champion NVIDIA, threatened to blacklist a prominent American apparel maker, block the export of critical minerals to the U.S., and squeeze the supply chain for drones, offering clues into how non-tariff measures are likely to dominate China's toolkit. Because the US buys so much more from China than the other way around, roughly 3 times as much, Beijing can't hit back dollar for dollar when it comes to tariffs. On Monday, Chinese market regulators announced an antitrust investigation into NVIDIA. The strategy was first employed during the first Trump administration, said Angela Zhang, a law professor at the University of Southern California. She pointed to China's withholding of approval for a proposed merger between Qualcomm and NXP Semiconductors in 2018, at the height of the initial U.S.-China trade war, effectively turning the deal into a bargaining chip in trade talks. The pact never won China's approval and collapsed. Beijing must be careful not to overreach when it is still actively seeking foreign investment. That cautiousness can be seen in China's effort to set up an unreliable entity list composed of foreign companies, organizations, and individuals that would face extra hurdles in doing business with the country. China's list, however, remained empty until early 2023 when Beijing designated 2 U.S. defense contractors as unreliable entities after the U.S. military shot down a suspect Chinese spy balloon. Beyond legal maneuvers, China is turning to other sources of asymmetric strength to strike back at the U.S., such as its advantage in the supply chain for drones and the production of certain critical minerals that play a key role in semiconductors, batteries, and defense equipment. Last week, Beijing said it would in principle ban the export of gallium, germanium, and antimony to the United States conduct stricter reviews on graphite sales. China has come to dominate the production of an array of minerals, owing in part to superior technology and low operating costs. In the case of gallium, a soft silvery metal used in chips, China produces about 98% of low purity forms of the mineral. One area where China is pressing its advantage is in mass market drones, where it is the world's biggest player. Efforts by other countries, including Ukraine, face challenges in procuring batteries, cameras, and electric motors, whose supply chains run through China. Beijing has announced sanctions against more than a dozen U.S. drone technology firms, including some that supply drones to Ukraine.